What's up guys, Pixar Prime 10 here, coming at you with another video review. This time I am doing another figure from the D-Arts line of Mega Man figures, and it is one of my favorite all-time video game characters, and my favorite character from the classic Mega Man series, and that is basically the rival to Mega Man, being Bass with his wolf companion, Treble. D-Arts is well known for a lot of great figure lines, like I've said in the past. They're really well known for the Mega Man X line, and they have a classic line, but it really only has two figures, Mega Man and Bass. And I'm so happy that Bass is a figure they decided to do, because Bass is, like I said, my favorite character from the classic series. I think he's awesome, he's cool, he's evil, and I usually am more of a hero person, but Bass is just that cool. He was basically designed by Dr. Wily to kind of counter Mega Man, be his rival, be like the evil Mega Man, and he was meant to destroy him, and he can never really do so, but that vengeance of just wanting to finally defeat Mega Man, that set path and goal in life is what makes Bass so incredibly cool. One thing that is weird that I noticed right away opening this box is that it says Mega Man and Bass on the box. This came from Japan. This is, in fact, a Japan import. So what's weird about that is on the Mega Man box, it said Rockman. It didn't say Mega Man like it does here. It said Rockman because it's come from Japan. And in Japan, Mega Man's name is Rockman. In Japan, Bass and Treble's names are Forte and Gospel. So I don't really know why it doesn't say Forte on here like it does on Mega Man's box for Rockman. But whatever, that's just a weird thing that I noticed. But this box is absolutely beautiful. You have Bass's name going across here. You have a beautiful picture of the two figures here, with Bass standing right there in the open window with his two faces, some guns, and you can see Treble hiding down there. You have the classic Mega Man logo. It says Bass and Bandai. D-Arts up here. On the top, it says Mega Man 25th Anniversary D-Arts, Mega Man logo again. Here we have a really cool picture of Bass dashing. Here we have Mega Man and Bass standing side by side. That's really cool. I love all the different ways you could just display them together, because they look awesome. We have Bass with Treble right there running. A whole bunch of Japanese stuff I can't read. On the bottom here, nothing too interesting. I accidentally opened the box. Caution for ages 15 and up. That's actually really funny because I fit that range. But yeah, nothing too much going on for the box other than that. It's just really cool. We have another really awesome picture of Bass here holding his gun. But yeah, like I said, Bass is my favorite character, and I'm so very happy to have this figure. So let me get him out of the box and show you just how cool and how evil Bass really is. Alright guys, so here we have Bass and Treble out of their box, and as usual, as I would do with something like this, before we get to the main set, the piece of the set itself, we're going to look at the smaller stuff first. So this is what comes with Bass. It's his, it's basically how Mega Man has Rush, Bass has Treble. Treble is basically his canine companion. He's really kind of a wolf, but he's also really cool looking. Just like how Mega Man combines with Rush, Treble basically does the same thing. A little bit of knowledge in case you guys don't know, Bass and Treble made their debut in Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo. They were also in Mega Man 8 on the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. And then Bass obviously starred in the game Mega Man and Bass on the Game Boy Advance, Rockman and Forte on the SNES in Japan. A very hard game, which I have actually beaten recently, so that is awesome. It's really fun once you get past all of its big obstacles. And Bass was not in Mega Man 9, but he did return as downloadable content to play as actually in Mega Man 10. So just like how Mega Man can combine with Rush in Mega Man 7, Bass can combine with Treble to have like this whole kind of jetpack thing, just like Mega Man can. He kind of like fuses with him and he can fly around, and Treble's just really cool. And what's cool about their names is obviously Mega Man Classic is a series full of musical references, and you know, Bass and Treble, it's like two very popular kind of things in music, the bass and the treble. I don't really know exactly what they are. They're like music sound measurements, I think. But yeah, Treble's really cool. His articulation here is his head kind of rotates all the way to the side, if you can get it past his big things here. It's on a ball joint, so you can barely get it moving up and down. It really just goes side to side. The arms, none of these really move. They look like they do. The only one I can get to move is this back leg, and that's the only articulation I can find in Treble. I've tried moving him more before, but I've almost broken him, so I'm not going to try that again. The paint on here looks really great. We have a nice purple metallic all throughout it. His face looks great. It's molded perfectly with some nice red eyes there and white teeth. We have some blue paint right here on the legs with the nice yellow. We have some nice white here on the claws, some purple on the tail, a nice, awesome red gem inside the tail there. Some spikes coming off the back of him, which is really nice. You got the red gems in there. The tail and back sections here are really cool with the tubing. I think that's really awesome looking. And this is just an awesome piece to have with base. I mean, you can't have base without Treble. They're like sidekicks. So being able to have that with base is just really cool. So we'll put Treble off in the background for now. And now we'll bring in the main attraction, which is base. Alright guys, so here is what I love. This is my favorite D-Arts figure that I have, even though I only have about 3. And one of my favorite figures just in my entire collection of really anything. I love Base so much. He's one of my favorite characters, like I said, from any video game. He's my favorite character in the classic series. He's just so cool. You can just see this awesome design that he has going on for him. And a lot of people say Base is kind of a useless character. A lot of people like to say he doesn't do much in the games he's in. And as much as I can see where they're coming from, I just feel like he was an awesome character that was added that really kind of made the series a lot cooler. You can just see the awesome design. He's got this big fin thing coming off of his helmet. These awesome blue gem in his chest here, which just looks great. They have this awesome blue gem here that they put on the helmet. He's black and yellow, which is just so very cool. I love his Buster design. It's very different from Mega Man's. It's a lot bigger, and I think it looks awesome. You just have so much great detail that they put into this figure. They really did a fantastic job with this figure and taking Base and putting him in toy form, and I love it so much. His articulation is, of course, it's a D-Arts figure, so this is going to be really great. His head will move forward and back on this kind of ball joint type of thing, so you're going to get a lot of great rotation with that. The shoulders here are on a universal joint, so those will go in and out and also swivel. There's a bent joint at the elbow, so you can get it going a pretty good bent degrees. If you have the hand in, it is on a ball joint, so you can get that moving in all sorts of directions. He does have a very, very nice ab crunch here, so that can move forward and back, side to side, a lot of great ways. He has some hip articulation here, so you got some ball joints there at the hips, a really nice big bending joint at the knee, and then the feet here are very awkward like Mega Man, but they do come all the way out like that, and you can really get some good poses going on, even with clunky feet, which is what I love about these D-Arts figures. There's so many posing options with him, too. The paint is obviously really good quality. There's nothing that's really missing. The faces on him, he comes with multiple faces, but the faces, just individually, all look absolutely fantastic. The face on him is just totally epic and evil. I mean, he only comes with 3 faces. None of them are really that happy, but every one of them is just completely amazing looking. And this is actually my favorite face to have in. Base is kind of just like this, not loner, but like evil kind of guy that just kind of looks off at everyone and judges them and thinks, oh, they're not as powerful as me, which is what this face is. He's very, he's just content here, and he just looks evil. He's like, you cannot defeat me. With the purple lines going up in his eyes, the red eyes, and the chin strap on his helmet, the nice red gems that they got in the side of his head. He just looks so awesome. The other faces, I guess I'll show you the faces now. You have this kind of really angry one, which is really nice. It's the same thing, but with a teeth-gritting face to make Base look like he's really angry, which, of course, I love. Base is always angry. You gotta have that. And they have a very similar one. This is the last one. But he's looking down to the side as if, like, he's like, I'm going... Like, if you were, like, groveling at his feet, he looks down at you like, I'm about to kill you. Which, this is a really nice one. When I first put this in, I'm like, what kind of posing options could you get with this? But you even saw that on the back of the box. You can get a lot of good stuff with this face. So this one and this one are really great. But again, this one that they have on is definitely my favorite. To swap out the face, it's extremely easy, just like the Mega Man figure. What you basically want to do is grab hold of the head and pull off this top part of the helmet here. So be careful, because that's very nice. And then you want to kind of get hold of the middle of the helmet here and then just pull out. And then you have the helmet piece here, which has a chin strap, unlike any other Mega Man figure, which is really cool. Another reason I love Base, because he's just unique and cool. And then you pull the face out, take the one you want, and then slide it in. Then replace the helmet piece. And then peg the thing back on. And now you have Base really, really angry looking. And this is just where the posing options really begin for him. And this is just like one possibility. Just changing the face is just one thing that you can do to change the posing on this guy. So that's really cool. He just looks really, really angry. And then I'll show you guys now what he comes with in terms of changing up his looks for his hands and stuff. In case you want to have change which arm the Buster is on, or change it to just have 2 arms, he has another forearm, which you can peg on just like this one, that comes with another fist, another white hand, well, one white open hand for this arm, actually, a white open hand for his right arm, and then this kind of weird one that's just for his left arm. It's this kind of weird pointing one, which is very weird and awkward. I don't really get what it's supposed to be, but it does make for some cool posing options. To swap out arm pieces, it's really, really simple. So what you want to do is, I'll replace the Buster right now. You would take that off just by yanking it off. It's very simple to come off. And then you want to grab the other forearm, or whatever you want. I like to make the fist like that. And you can see this is kind of rectangle peg. And I don't know if you can see that, but there is a rectangle hole in there. So you just want to line it up. You'll kind of hear this faint click, and that's how you know when it's really secured. And then you can have base with 2 arms, which is really, really cool. Or you can pull this off. I actually forgot to show. He comes with a second Buster. And you can just put that on there. And obviously this is the base Buster, base's version of the Mega Buster that he uses. So now you have this pose where you kind of just swap the forearms, or like an arm for Buster, Buster for an arm. And that's really awesome. And that is just so very cool. This is kind of what it would look like if he had Mega Man's artwork in Smash. One face that I really wish this came with, in exchange for, I guess, the down face, would be a screaming face. X has one, and the classic Mega Man has one. And I just think it would look really, really cool if you could have him screaming with 2 Busters, because Base is somebody who would absolutely do that. But one thing that I love to do, and one just really cool posing option, is have him ready to fire 1 Buster, while the other one is standing by, waiting to fire. Like, that's just awesome. Have him shooting like that. That is just so awesome. Like I mentioned, on the back of the box, you could, to swap out the hands, it's really simple as well. All you need to do is just take the hand that's currently in, take it out, take the hand that you need, put it in, and then put it in just by clicking it in like so. We'll replace the head here. Okay, and once you have that face on, you can kind of have him with his Buster up in the air all proud, and just kind of like pointing at someone, which is really cool. Like I said, just so many different posing options for every hand that, you know, you can replace them and do different things with them. Like I showed you, he comes with open hands, so you could take that and peg that on right there. And you'll notice that if you do have this figure, these shoulder pads like to pop off a lot. It's not bad. They just pop right back on. It's a bit annoying, but they're kind of loose, so do be careful, but they won't really break. One thing that is a very popular pose with any kind of Mega Man character is to have them holding their Buster. So, and then we can have him standing like this, where he's kind of holding his Buster, which is really awesome. And then you can replace the face again, and then you could kind of just have Base like that, ready for battle, which it's just, every posing option is just so cool. You could have him like this, and yeah, his legs will pop off. One thing that's really awesome, like I've mentioned before, is if you have Base and you have Mega Man, you could totally just have them dueling it out like this, and this is so awesome. This is just so many ways you could display them together. Like, this itself is so cool. You could do this. You could have Mega Man, Base, Rush, and Treble, either working together or fighting. This is just so very cool. And one thing that's nice about this is Base was obviously only in games after 7, which is the one he debuted in. And Mega Man is designed to look like how he did in Mega Man like 7 and onward. So it's kind of a nice mashup of art choices. But this is, again, just so very cool. You don't have to have them fighting each other. You could have them working together like this, just fighting in battle together. And it's just so very cool, because these guys have worked together, they fight each other, and it's just really awesome what you can do with the two. It's just, so very, very cool, especially these two characters together. And now, you guys probably are going to know where I'm going with this. The thing is, we have Base and we have Mega Man, which are two very iconic characters that go together very well, but there's one missing from this trio, and everyone knows who it is, at least if you're a Mega Man fan like I am, and it's Proto Man. I need myself a D-Arts Proto Man. Oh boy, D-Arts, they did a bunch of X figures, and they did these 2 classic figures, but I really just want them to make a Proto Man figure. Proto Man would complete this trio. Oh, and it would sell these things like these things already sell like hotcakes. But oh my gosh, if you had a Proto Man standing right here next to Base and Mega Man, like just like in between right there, boom, instant, just awesomeness, especially for fans like myself. So yeah, this figure is really just completely awesome. We're actually back in the pose I originally had him in. One thing I forgot to mention is he has these really nice red jewels on his shoes there, just like Mega Man does. But I would absolutely recommend this to you guys. If you're a fan of Mega Man, you probably already have this. You probably haven't wasted any time, and you probably already own this. So, alright guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed this review. I really enjoyed making it, because any excuse to play around with this guy is just an absolute blast for me. So again, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more reviews in the future, click the subscribe button so you'll be notified. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. What do you think of the character? Do you have the toy? What do you think? And do you like Mega Man in general? So, alright guys, thank you very, very much for watching. And until next time, have a great day.